on my own, but I don't know why. You hit the road, but you don't realize I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back.
Hello, truckers and onlookers and supporters. So welcome to Crafty Chris's stream of Build the Eddie Stobart Moving the Nation, and we're on issue 89 tonight. Issue 89. So yeah, very nearly 90. So good evening, everybody, and welcome. And here is Crafty Chris.
You make me think of Sooty and Sweep when you do that. Hi guys, thanks for joining us again tonight. We all know what we're doing. It's the second back door.
Yeah,
I was just saying, I saw a comment about these doors being plastic, but when you think of the weight of that, if these had been metal, it would have been so heavy.
Yeah, you're right there. You're right there. So yeah, there's got to be a compromise somewhere with plastic along the line somewhere or other, hasn't there? Okay, so it's Tuesday and it's the Eddie Stobart stream on Crafty Chris's channel, and we have our reader of all the chat, and that is Julie. Hello, Yorkshire Crafter.
Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, welcome to the Eddie show. So yeah, I'll be reading out your comments. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Thank you very much, Julie. Yeah, and without sounding too sooty and sweepish, you know, I want a one now, don't I? To go. It's sooty. Yeah. Oh, it's naked. Right, let's crack on then. Before we get into any bother. Okay, so if you'd like
It's like somebody up this does.
Yep. So first thing we've got Lord Peter says, hi Chris, Dave and Julie. Hi Peter.
Hi Peter.
Hi Peter.
And Peter says, hi Chris, Dave S and Julie. So Peter must have been on both YouTube channels, so thank you for that, Peter.
Thank you, Peter.
Thanks, Peter.
And Gillian says, good evening, Chris, Dave and Julie and everyone in the chat. Evening, Gillian.
Hi, Gillian.
Hi, Gillian.
And Dave Mack says, good evening, everybody. Good luck with your show, Chris. Have a great build, and good evening to Sir Dave and Julie. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
And Matt says, good evening, Lord Peter and Gillian. Gillian says, good evening, Dave Mack. Gillian says, good evening, Lord Peter. And we've got Mary. Good evening, everybody. And in chat too. Evening, Mary.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, Mum.
Dave Mack says, evening to Mary. Hope you're well. And we've got Lee in saying, hi, Chris. Have a good build. Big like to the channel. Hi, Lee.
Hi, Lee.
Hi, Lee. Thank you.
And Dave Mack says, hi, Lee. And we've got Mark's Mods. Good evening, everybody. Hi, love.
Hi,
Hi,
Mark.
Mark.
I've got Gillian saying good evening, Mark. Mark says hi, Gillian. Dave Mark says evening, Mark. Peter says hi, Gillian. Dave, Mark, Mary, and Lee. Mark says hi, Peter, and hi to Dave, Mark. Peter says I finished up to 48, Rossi, Mark. More or less felt together, exhaust was so easy, well impressed.
Oh.
Mark says, better luck than me, Peter. Oh dear. And we've got Lindsay's builds. Hello all. Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
Lindsay.
And Dave Mark says hi to Lindsay. Mark says hi to Lindsay. Peter says hi, Lindsay. And we've got Darth saying evening all. Evening, Darth.
Hi, Darth.
And Peter says hi, Darth. And we've got Ian. What? I just joined and first word was naked. Hi all.
Hi, Ian.
Hi Ian.
Hello.
Ian said, what channel have I arrived at? LOL. And Lee says, here but working on putting fence in the train layout.
Very
Nice.
good.
And Steve's got a waving hand, so hi Steve.
Hello, Steve131.
And Lee says hi Steve. And then Peter's put don't know. Julian says good evening Ian Campbell. Steve says hello Lee. And Peter says hi Ian. Peter says hi Steve. And Dave Mark says evening Steve. And that is chat for now.
Thank you ever so much for that, Julie. Very much appreciated. So, and yeah, sorry about that, Ian, but yeah, you just missed Slutty and Sweet Naked, you did. So, yeah, never mind. Anyway, we digress. So tonight, then, on tonight's build, we are doing the right rear door, and it is issue 89. So I'm going to quickly pass over to Christine's camera, and hopefully you can see the bits that she's going to be having on the what do you call it there. So the right rear door is issue 89. Hinges and an upright are fitted to the trailer's rear door. So the parts supplied are 8901, the right rear door of trailer.
Yeah.
Okay. Just for clarification, that is a plastic part, is it not?
Yeah.
But just hold it up to the camera a bit and see if you can just flex it a little bit and see if it flexes. Does it flex? It's
Just
not
a
that,
bit.
but it's quite solid, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah.
It's not very spandex plastic.
No.
Plastic. It's quite thick, isn't it? Yeah. It's quite solid. Yeah. So it's pretty decent. It's not that bad. Okay. So 8902 then is the right side frame for rear door. Okay.
That is a heavy bit of metal.
A heavy bit of metal. That's big. A heavy bit of metal.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then we've got 8903 door hinges times 4.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. And then we've got 2 lots of screws. We've got some DD09s, which are 5.
That's the black ones.
So the 5 DD09s. And then we have got DP10s. We've got 9 of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're DP10s. So each of them screws have got 1 spare each, of course. And okay, well, just before we carry on, there's a bit more chat if you want to bring that up, Julie, and then so notice there's some at the bottom there. So
Yep. So Ian says hi, Gillian, Peter, all the Daves, Mark and Lee.
hello.
Steve says Lord Peter Webster, evening, my lord. Peter says, iPad playing up, typing on its own. Sorry, Julie. No worries, Peter.
Oh dear.
Steve says, Dave Mark, evening, young man. Good battleship today.
Mm.
Peter says, spoke to Mike and sorted it, Steve. And Steve's put a cool face. We've got Darth. Do the hinges have R on them?
Mm. Can you check that, Chris? Do the hinges have an R on them?
Yes,
Ah,
they do on the little bit
right.
from that
Okay.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that you can see it or not.
No. Okay.
Okay. Dave Mack says, thanks, Steve. She's slowly coming together, but still a lot of photo etch parts to go on yet.
Mm-hmm.
Horlix says, good evening, all. Evening, Horlix.
Hiya, Horlix.
And Darth says, the silver beam in the next issue is heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Peter says, hi, Alex. Steve says, Horlicks, evening. Dave Mack says, evening, Alex. Dave Mack says, evening, Ian. And we've got Geordie Dave, evening, everyone. On bus going to town, then bus home. Hi, Geordie.
Hi, Geordie Dave.
Hi, Geordie.
Steve says, Geordie Dave, hello. Peter says, hi, Geordie. Lee says, hi, Geordie Dave. Geordie Dave says, hi, Steve and Peter. Dave Mack says, evening, Geordie. And Gillian says, good evening, Horlicks. And that is chat.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you ever so much. Right. Okay, then. So on with the build. Fitting the hinges to the door. So step 1 says take the right rear door 8901 and one of the hinges 8903. Note the position of the larger and smaller holes on the larger flange of the hinge. Then it says for step 2, fit the hinge 8903 on the front of the door 8901. 2 pegs on the door fit into the larger holes in the hinge and the smaller holes in the hinge aligned with screw holes in the door. Okay. Step 3 of that says fix the hinge excuse me, in place with 2 DP10 screws. Okay, so we'll let you do that, Chris. And of course, you're screwing into plastic, so you'll have to be pretty careful, won't you?
Mm.
Yeah. So just while she's doing that, I can say that I'm working on my Eddie STOBART as well, and I'm up to issue 68 so far. Well, excuse me, I've got 68 to do tonight. I've got that out of the box, so I'll show you a little bit later on if you remind me. So, have you got that, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay, well, step 4 says continue working down the door, fitting the hinges 8903 in the same way. So you've got another 3 hinges to fit exactly the same way as that one. Okay, so while you're doing that, we'll get Julie to bring up the chat.
Yep. So Peter says, I'm hoping the next pack comes this week.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Geordie says hi to Lee and to Dave Mack. Lee says hi, Ian. Darth says next STOBART shipment being sent out this Friday.
Okay.
Peter says 5 away from the infamous 73, Davis.
Yes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, actually. I've had absolutely no problems with this build so far. I'm really enjoying it because I can take my time with it. and there's no pressure on with doing it live or anything. And on a night time when I've got nothing else to do, well, I've got loads to do. I've always got loads to do. But on a night time when I'm sat watching telly at the dining table here, I can just do an issue at a time. Or in fact, last night I think I did 3 or 4 issues last night, and I've got the build, you know, up to date as everybody else has. But you know, I've got the parts. And obviously I've just got to put them together. So, yeah, not very many to go before issue 73. Yeah.
Can't remember what was issue 73.
All them pipes. All them pipes all over the place, weren't they?
God, that seems a long time ago.
Yeah, well, you're on 89 now, aren't you? 89, the Brighton line.
I'll just get this one in from Darth as well, because he says about 73. He says 5 to go before the dreaded 73, so Dave, from Darth.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's not phasing me at all. As I say, I'm quite looking forward to doing it, and this build is totally different to the Rootmaster, of course. And of course, I've been concentrating on the Rootmaster more than anything else. So it makes a really nice change to do something completely different, even though it's a vehicle. And as you know, I'm mostly vehicle based. It's a vehicle, so but it's a totally different build to the Rootmaster, so which is really good. In fact, it's 20 years ahead of the Rootmaster if you think of it in that way, because the Rootmaster was 1954 onwards, the first one, and this is 1974. So there's 20 years difference in between these in reality. I know the Rootmaster we were supposedly doing RM857. It was depicted in 1966, but the basic Rootmaster was identical from 1954 onwards.
They're all in.
Jolly good, well done. Right, so step 5, I'm losing my voice. Step 5 says fix each of the hinges 8903 in place with 2 DP10 screws. This shows all 4 hinges fitted to the edge of the door. Okay, so what do we do next then? Well, we have to now fit the hinges to the frame. So step 1 says take the right frame, 8902. Note that there are struts on each end of the frame. The narrower strut, yellow arrow, should be at the top of the door. Align the hinges, 8903, with the recesses in the frame, 8902. And then it says turn it over, and so step 2 says turn it over and fit the 3 flanges of the hinges, 8903, into the recesses in the frame, 8902. 2 pegs fit into the holes in the hinges, see inset. And then it says tighten each screw down half turn forwards, following by a quarter turn backwards until the screw is fully in place. Now I think you might need some oil on these. So okay, so there is a little bit more chat, Julie.
There is, yeah. Geordie says I enjoyed 73.
Yeah.
Peter says hats off to everyone who builds live. I couldn't do that. Takes me too long to work things out before doing anything. I need to keep my mind on what I'm doing or mistakes happen.
Yeah, I understand, Peter. I understand fully. It does take a lot of doing.
I never thought I'd be able to get this far.
And Steve says, Peter, it's good to watch, but you do need someone watching you to prevent mistakes. Yeah.
Yeah, you certainly do. And you need to be keeping an eye out on the chat as well if you're by yourself building. I know some people just crack on and they make mistakes and don't look at the chat and make even bigger mistakes. So it's quite difficult doing a stream on your own.
I remember seeing somebody one night streaming and they just wasn't looking at the chat at all. And when they did finally look, somebody had put some horrible comments about them.
Yeah. Yeah, it certainly is a difficult thing when you're building live. You can easily get carried away with the build. So the step 3 then, Chris, is fix each hinge to the frame using a DD09 screw. These are black. And that is step 3. So you're on step 3 at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah.
And then step 4 says this shows the 4 hinges fixed to the inside of the right door frame.
That bit of oil does make a difference.
It surely does.
Oh, then.
Okay, so that is completed work. Hinges have been fitted, joining the rear door to the upright frame. So that is tonight's build complete then, and in record time as well. So do you want to show what's coming next week on your magazine? On the back page.
It's a door frame.
Okay, so door frame and closure bars, right and left trailer door closure bars, top and bottom frame of trailer door and assorted screws.
Thanks, Sutty.
Okay, so get down, Sutty. Okay. So I'm
back.
Back up now with the rest of you. Your camera's a bit fuzzy at the minute, Chris. Try and keep still a minute, see if it comes back. Let's hope we don't lose you. Mine's a bit fuzzy as well. I think it might be the internet. Yeah, the internet's not very good tonight. So, yeah, if we suddenly disappear and leave Julie on the channel, you'll know why our internet's on. Yeah. Anyway, there is a bit. No, it won't be the first time. No, there is a bit more chat, Julie.
Yep, there is. So we've got Steve says, can never work out why trolls do that.
Yeah, no.
True. Peter says, as usual, Chris killed it. Banging job again. Well done.
Thank you.
And Steve says, well done, Chris.
Thank you.
Peter says, some people have no morals and a crap existence, Steve.
So,
Yeah.
Pretty much. Geordie says, well done. Thumbs up, everybody.
thanks,
Thank you,
Jordan.
Jordan.
Lindsay says, cool.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Steve says, Lord Peter Webster, defo. Yep. Gillian says, good show and a big thumbs up. Well done.
Thank you.
Yo, Gillian.
Dave Mark, well done, Chris. Excellent show. Big thumbs up.
Thank you, Dave.
Geordie says, hi to Lindsay. And Dal says, next issue is fairly easy.
Oh, good. Jolly good.
Cool.
Jolly good. Right. Okay. So what's happening then? Usually tonight there is a stream on with Geordie Dave, Danno, and Horlix and Yorkshire Crafter doing the Titanic. But that's now going to happen tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. So tomorrow evening now at 8 p.m. will be Geordie Dave, Danno, Horlix, and I think it's me. Yeah, I think it's me that's coming on because I think Julie's not available she's elsewhere in the cosmos, aren't you? So yeah, shining a light elsewhere she is. So yeah, so that'll be tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. on Geordie Dave's channel, and Danno's Universe's channel. So that'll be the Titanic tomorrow evening instead of tonight. So and then they'll tell you what's happening from there onwards, going towards the weekend. Okay. And yeah. Oh, I thought I was going to do something, didn't I? Yeah, I was going to show you how far I've got on mine. I've got to, let me try and go here quickly. Okay, we've got to, there's the back axle. Okay, and there's the chassis with the engine and the chassis and the air tanks at the rear and all the couplings that's on the chassis and everything, all done and dusted up to stage 68, and I'm going to be doing 69 tonight, I think it is. No, I'm going to be doing 68 tonight, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to be doing these bits here. I think he'll recognise them. Right, yeah. So yeah, that's the spare wheel carrier, and then the U-bolts here for the axle. And so I'll be doing that later on this evening, and cracking on with my Eddie Stobart, and just a little bit at a time, and I think we'll get there, won't we? So. Yeah, 10 watching so far. Hope them 10s that's watching has actually given us the nice thumbs up for Christine, and has checked out Christine's channel and subscribed. And similarly, if you'd like to obviously subscribe to this young lady above here as well, Yorkshire Crafter, that would be much appreciated too. So yeah, and then everybody else that supports us in this little community of ours is down below in the description. And yeah, so there's everybody down there, Horlix and Mark and all the rest of them. So all down in the description. And also there's some people in the chat this evening. Most of them in the chat have channels. We've got Lord Peter Webster, we've got Anfield Road Layout in the Loft, Geordie Dave, Dave Matt Builds, and Gillian's Dots, and several others in the chat that have Horlicks included. There is their own YouTube channels as well. So, and some of them have got communities as well, such as like Max Mods, etc. So yeah, check them out as well. Okay, I think I spouted enough. There's a little bit more chat, Julie, if you want to bring that up.
There is, yeah. So we've got Mary. She says, very well done, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Lee says, good stream, big like.
Thank you.
And Steve says, tripping the light, fantastic, Julie. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the same again. So he's written it twice. Cute Steve. Peter says, come on, chat, hit like. Yes, please.
Thank you.
Dad says, spare wheel winch.
Yeah, that's correct. It is. Yeah. I've used one of them once on a coach. Yeah, a spare wheel winch. Yeah, to winch the spare wheel down. And yeah, it's hard work, especially when it's all seized up with mud and everything else that's underneath the coach. Yeah, not very good. So anyway, I digress. So I'll go first, and I'm going to say a big thank you to everybody coming along tonight. Thank you ever so much for supporting Crafty Chris, and we'll see you all again soon. Well, I'll see you tomorrow evening on Geordie Dave's channel. So it's goodbye from me. Take care now, and we'll see you soon. So bye from me.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, so thank you for coming and supporting Chris tonight, and all your lovely chat as always. So big thank you to everybody for that. You will see me now on Monday for the Disney Doll House. So have a great rest of your week, and good night from me.
Thanks, Julie. Yeah, thanks, guys, for joining me again and all your comments. You do keep me going. I don't know what I'd do without you. Yeah, I'm enjoying this now. I'll be a bit sad, I think, when it's finished. Might have to find another part work.
Yeah.
Might not be Dave we're saying no to.
No, it might not. No.
Right. Okay, guys. Thanks again for joining me. I'll see you on Monday night for the Doll's House. Have a safe weekend. So till then, bye from me.
Tatty bye.